Hi Cancer, welcome to your June 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from astrology.com, and today we'll be doing things a little bit differently than I've done in my previous videos. And this way I'm going to intuit more than just read the tarot. So I have oracle cards laid out to really define the underlying emotional and psychic sensitivities that we can get from the actions or events that are going to take place in the month of June, and this may lead you more into July also. I can already see that there is a sort of a synchronicity here. There's a lot of events taking place that, you know, where you just don't really understand how divine timing is going to play out. But the cards so far are already saying, just from what I've looked at, that there's a very divine energy that's sort of flowing through you to lead you down a new path. And I think you've had a lot of stops and starts in the last few months. And so what you see now, or what's going to be presented now in this reading, is how you're going to take that energy and how you're going to redefine your future and gain a clearer perspective. It seems that you're a little blocked. It seems that you're feeling very vulnerable in some way. It may be that the way that you had things planned out in your mind just aren't going to take place that way any longer. And I think you're catching your breath in some way. And this may have something to do with a sudden event that relates to a child. You may get news that you're going to have a child. You may be thinking back to past relationships. And I think all of these past relationships, you're really trying to see through the fog here and gain a clearer perspective. I'm going to turn the tarot cards over now. And we'll see the actions that you're going to take. So it seems, again, like there's this synchronistic vibe where you are moving forward to create a new future from a different perspective. Something has really, came in and sort of shaken your world up. We have the Knight of Wands here. And this is about reaching out, daring to go further than you ever have before. But the lightning card here, this power, this electric energy here is reversed. And I do use reversals in the oracle cards as well, especially when I get that sense, and I did when I first laid this card down, that this was almost like the tower, kind of like the tower reversed here. Some of you are wanting to leave an older relationship. We have the Eight of Cups here. And you're feeling very vulnerable about this decision. Maybe you're thinking about the feelings of everyone involved. Maybe you're thinking about how this could possibly work out. You just can't see a way in some cases, but you're still trying to decide to build a new future. It's almost like you just don't have your footing yet. You know what has to be done, Cancer. You just don't know how to go about doing it. And you don't know if you possibly can. I think that's what has you feeling very vulnerable. See an offer of love here on the table as you're catching your breath. And when I get this Force card, I think about being alone in nature, about really feeling your true existence, being away from all the crowd, all the clutter, and you're able to go off by yourself and really do some deep thinking. And I think that you are thinking about one offer of love here. I think there's a new offer of love going on here for you Cancers. You Cancer males are very, very confused. I have the King of Cups here. Of course, this could be Scorpio or Pisces too, but I see this maybe as my male Cancers out there who are very confused about how they're going to build a new future, about what career steps that they're going to take. And I think this offer of love that's coming to you, that you are busy thinking about, or you're spending a lot of time questioning, is with a fire sign. This could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is someone who is very determined in their own career. But I feel like there's this sense of authority that's coming through regarding your career that's shaking you up in some way. There may be some competition on the job. This is kind of like a repeat of last month, Cancer, where you are very determined to make changes, but there just seem to be blocks in your path. I think that one of these blocks is definitely going to involve a child. It's definitely going to involve a past romantic relationship, that you're feeling that this relationship has really weathered the storm in some way, but I feel like you're ready to move on from it. It's, you know, something that you still hold very dear to your heart, but there seem to be some arguments there, some sharp words, and so I feel like this may pertain to this Queen of Wands over here. Maybe you have two different relationships, or maybe this Queen of Wands is your past relationship, if this is a very fiery energy that you're working with. This past relationship, I feel like this is a relationship that happens every once in a while. It really hasn't maintained a stable energy other than the love that was present there. And it seems like you have a very hard time solidifying this relationship or finding the right timing. Page of Swords is here in regard to this upheaval or shakeup. And the Crow is here also with a warning. And this is saying be very careful in being too aggressive and being too unemotional. Be careful in letting your emotions take you to places and saying things that you just might not really mean, because it seems like you have all of this pent-up energy around you. With the Queen of Pentacles here, and I feel like in the Green Man, I feel like some of you have built up very steady structures, or you've had long marriages, or you've worked hard for something that you just aren't ready to let go of, I think. And this is all about material gain. For some of you, this is about your spouse becoming a grandmother and you feeling very vulnerable to the expectations that are upon you. Maybe as a grandparent here. Sun card is here atop the King of Swords. And so this new perspective, I think, is going to allow you to make things clearer in your relationships. It's going to have you feeling a little better. And we have the Lovers here with the Six of Pentacles. So it's almost like there's a new dawn that comes, a new perspective. And it's all about give and take in relationships. And really coming to the truth of who you are, of what you want for the rest of your life, or as far as you can see it. And also in determining what you want to do with past relationships. Like I said, for some of you, this past relationship may be a marriage. For some of you, it's a job, it's a career field that you're moving on from, and you're trying to really decide maybe how your family is going to be able to thrive in the future. But I get a sense of you holding on to certain things, in particular, maybe a relationship that has had a past significant meaning, or maybe there's two relationships here, one marriage, one past relationship, and then you have a new offer of love here, or a new offer for new career. You have relationships on the job that have been forming, and you feel almost like you want to run away from everything in some perspective. Either you're wanting to run away from this situation at home that has you feeling very vulnerable, or you're feeling very vulnerable because of some actions that have taken place with a new love offer, maybe even with an old love offer. Maybe this is a returning love. There have been sharp words that have been spoken, and you just aren't sure what to do about this matter, Cancer. But I think you will gain a clear perspective here. So let's see what the next reading has. Okay, moving on, Cancer. And as I was shuffling, I just had that Drake song, Hold On, We're Going Home song. I don't know if some of you know that. You might want to look up the lyrics to that. Sometimes we get messages through song from Spirit. So here we go, Cancer. So there is a a full moon on June the 4th in the sign of Sagittarius. This can take place in your 6th house of work, service, and health. And so this may bring an ending around that area. Maybe you're ending a job and maybe you're moving towards a new one. There it is, a new moon on June the 24th in your sign. But that is going to be a harrowing a new moon where you're feeling a lot of tension. A lot of the planets are going to be in upheaval, especially in regard to your relationships. So whatever you're thinking, Cancer, whatever your new perspective is, you better get it quickly, because the summer is going to pick up from June the 24th forward. And some of you are really going to be changing your income debt ratio, as well as some of you are getting a divorce. Some of you are changing relationships, or you're coming to the realization that one relationship has to end. This reading, we have the Ancestors cards, which really talks about family lineage, and we have the Lovers here. We have a family here that you've worked very hard for, and we have the Creation card underneath, and you're trying to create wealth for your family. Here we have the New Moon card. So remember, New Moon, June the 24th, and this is a promise of patience, of being patient, of letting things develop in the way that they are supposed to. I have a lot of movement here with the Eight of Pentacles, and some of you may be really trying to find the right ingredients. When I see this card here as depicted in this deck, I see trying a lot of different things to have the right balance in your debt-income ratio. Some of you are really sort of slinking away from the public eye because you're feeling very personally attacked. It may have something to do with those relationships, especially if you have multiple relationships that are going on. Here's the card of Karma here, and here we have a male. This could be someone that you are actually jealous of, who is a King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Some of you may be involved with this person. If so, this is a karmic relationship. But every time I see the DNA card here, I often think of jealousy, anger, and sometimes betrayal. For some of you, you could be deeply involved with this person, and it may be that you just can't pull yourself away here. Definitely some of you have an older relationship that is experiencing a new beginning. I feel like you've pulled away into this relationship and you're really trying to find the tools. You're really trying to get that new perspective. I think it's giving you a lot of anxiety. I think some of you are going to find new opportunities in your work, and that may pull you away from this anxiety. I feel like this anxiety is sort of a situation of your own creation. It's almost like you've meddled in too many things, and now you're trying to pull a clearer perspective up. You're trying to get a hold on your emotions. You're trying to get a hold on who it is that you want to be with. Now, Five of Swords, conflicts in groups and with your career. For some of you, this could be friendships, but I feel like you're taking all of the things that you've learned in this position and you're moving on in some way. This offer of love here is from a fire sign. Again, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. For some of you, this may be you feeling like you want to move on with this partnership, but you're still tied to these family lineages in some way. Cancer, if you're already married to a fire sign, this could be a brand new beginning, could be travel with a partner, and it may be you building up your sense of worth, your sense of family heritage. You are solidifying family boundaries in some way, but I don't think it's coming without pain. For some of you, I see you again grieving over a child. Feeling very, again, vulnerable about something related to a child. For some of you, this may be a miscarriage, I'm afraid, or maybe someone close to you is having a miscarriage. But there's a need for balance. There's a need for rest. There's a need to rid yourself of anxiety. And I think you have to focus on, having the ultimate goal, which is happy family and financial security. Right now, I think that is the clearest perspective coming on. You have some different relationship offers here, I think, for some of you. For some of you, you're starting over with a partner again, and that's going to be your direction. We have the card of Aquarius here. This could be an Aquarius who is enlightened, one who delivers spiritual messages. and she is involved in this group conflict in some way. Could be a he, but this is about your wishes too. This sometimes we have Queen of Swords. It can also depict Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But in this particular perspective, we see someone that you're wishing for, but again, she's backed up against all these conflicts. There's some movement here. It's almost like you're trying to finagle your way in this situation. Some of you may be trying to create something new with this person, and you're trying to figure out exactly how to do that. But I think you have either this long distance relationship with someone, or there's karmic relationship with this fire sign that is really, maybe you're viewing this person online. Maybe you are stalking this person on Facebook. Maybe this person is related to your job. But I feel like this is a very different energy than some of your past relationships. And if so, this is where the shakeup is going to be. And we have the Tower card here, very similar to what we had in the last reading. Definitely, I think this person could be related to your job. Maybe this person has got a new job. Maybe they are moving on with another person related to their job. But I see some of you just digging your heels in. You're too concerned about material gain, and you're too concerned about things that you've worked very hard for, relationships that you've worked very hard for, and you're trying to make a choice about the relationships that you've worked very hard for. On that new moon, June the 24th, some of you are really going to take a lead. You're going to take the lead in trying to reach out to people. I feel like you've made your decision by that new moon, June the 24th. Let's see, what is your decision going to be in regards to a relationship and jobs? And I'm going to pull from the Fairy deck here. This is the Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. And we have the Eight of Wands. This is a lot of communication coming forward. So maybe you're going to start reaching out to people. Two of Swords. There's some arguments in relationships. There's some things that have to be worked through. Some of you have new opportunities in career matters, but I believe that there's going to be a lot of conflict. Strength card is reversed here. And I feel compelled to put a card on top of here. Page of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're starting a new thing. You're starting a job. You're starting a new career field, or you come to the realization that that is the decision that you're going to make, and there may be some conflicts with the communication involved with that job. For some of you, this is just a lot of mixed up communication, even pertaining to children, pertaining to the decisions that you've made, pertaining to trying to create something new here, trying to create a new financial flow. Strength card here is in the upright. So I think the strength is in working with these family lineages, or working with a relationship that you've built up for a while. It may be stressful, but I think you can get through it. And I think all of these events are happening. Some of them are happening very suddenly with this new energy related to your job or career, or maybe a relationship at work. Some of you are working through old problems with a spouse that maybe you've been married to for quite some time. There may be a new child related to this situation. And then at the new moon, some of you are worrying about maybe the health of a child. This situation involving a child may help you to make a decision about the future, but I feel that some of you feel like one opportunity has been lost because of a decision that you're making, or because of an event that has taken place. So one more card, Cancer, for the overall feeling, and it's competition. This is a lot of conflicting energy. So I hope you make the best of it, Cancer. Of course, we have July to look forward to, but remember, at that new moon, June the 24th, things are going to get very complicated and very tense, and you're going to be making relationship decisions, not only for yourself, but those decisions are going to affect people that you care about very deeply and that you love very much. So take care of everything, Cancer. I'll see you next time.